Okay, fine, my dear friends. So, in this topic, we will studying about Ohm's law. The topic of Ohm's law. First of all, who was this Ohm? He was a scientist who had done some research, not some, but very important research on electric current in the initial days of science. And what exactly did he discover? What exactly was the law that he made? See, he did a small experiment, a very simple experiment. I'll show you what exactly he did. He took a conducting body like this, in which he wanted the electric current to flow. तो उसने इसको connect किया एक अपने simple से cell से इसको connect किया, positive और negative. Okay, and then he started measuring two things. दो चीज़ों का उसने measurement लेना शुरू किया. First thing was the voltage of the cell, and the second thing was current in the circuit. He measured these two things. वो actually ये ढूंढना चाह रहा था that whether there is a relation between the voltage of cell and the current in the circuit or not. Okay, so what did he exactly do? He changed the voltage. उसको voltage को increase करके देखा, फिर उसको decrease करके देखा, and he tried to note that what were the changes in the value of electric current. That means how the value of current is affected by the value of voltage, and this is what he came across. See, first he made the cell voltage equal to 3 वोल्ट का उसने सेल लिया, या दो सेल को जोड़ के उसने 3 वोल्ट बनाया. ओके, और फिर उसने एक डिवाइस लिया, एमीटर, जो कि करंट को मेजर करने के काम में आता है. एंड देन ही नोटेड दैट द करंट इन द एमीटर वाज 1 एम्पियर. Okay, he doubled the voltage and made it 6 volts. Now the current which he measured was 2 ampere. Now he made the voltage 9 volt, and now the current became 3 ampere. Okay, he increased the voltage. See, if the value of voltage is increased, what is happening to the value of current? It is also getting increased. Now he dropped down to the voltage to 1.5. What happened to the value of current? The value of current is also dropping down. Okay, and note one thing also, just all these from here to here. What was the temperature at all the 4 readings? The temperature was 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so what you can conclude? Can you see some mathematical relation between these numbers 1 and 3, 2 and 6, 3 and 9, 0.5 and 1.5? Okay, see, if you take the ratio will always be equal to what? The ratio will always be equal to 3 or 1 by 3. Okay, ratio of 1:3 is 1 by 3. Ratio of 2 and 6 is 1 by 3. Ratio of 3 and 9 is 1 by 3. Ratio of 0.5 and 1.5 is also 1 by 3. So, the value of voltage is changing, the value of current is changing, but there is something which is remaining constant. What is that? Their ratio is remaining constant. Okay, and that was something which he discovered, that even though we change the value of currents and voltages, there is some ratio which remains constant. Their ratio always remained constant, and this formed the basis of Ohm's law. This is Ohm's law, that the current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to the voltage across it. Okay, the current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to the voltage across it. What is directly proportional? If we increase voltage, the current will increase. If we decrease voltage, the current will decrease. Okay, if two things are increasing simultaneously, and if they are decreasing simultaneously, then we say that the two things are directly proportional. Okay, if one increases, the other decreases, then we say they are inversely proportional. Okay, so what is the relation between the value of current and the value of voltage? Just like we saw in this data, this experimental data, as you increase the value of voltage, the value of current also increases. Okay, so that was this law, the statement of Ohm's law. Refer to the notes for the proper statement. What is this? The current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference or the voltage across the conductor. Okay, how do you mathematically write it? You mathematically write it as I is proportional to V, or you may also put it in other way. You can also write V is proportional to I. Then you can remove this proportionality sign, and then you can write V is equals to R into I. Okay, V is equals to R into I. R is what? R is proportionality constant. Just like when we remove variable sign, we have to add a constant. Now what is this R equals to? This R is equals to V upon I. R is equals to V upon I. You have seen in the observation table that the ratio of V upon I is always constant. That means R is always a constant. Okay, और वैसे भी मैथमेटिक्स में R को क्या बोला गया है? प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी कांस्टेंट, उसकी वैल्यू चेंज नहीं होती. Here again R is equals to V by I, यानी इसकी वैल्यू भी चेंज नहीं होगी. Clear with this? Okay. Now let us recapitulate what is Ohm's law. The current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference or voltage applied across the conductor. But there is one condition to this. इसकी भी एक छोटी सी कंडीशन है. फिर से उस एक्सपेरिमेंटल डेटा को देखते हैं एक बार. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आ जाओ और इन टेम्परेचर्स को जरा नोट करो. Just notice that the temperatures are 25 degrees Celsius for the first 4 readings, but the last reading 30 degree. Temperature is increased. Now, what do we expect? If the voltage is 3, the current should be 1 ampere. Like in the first reading, the voltage was 3 and the current was 1. But now actually the current is not 1, it is somewhat less than 1, 0.9. What does it mean? That here the proportionality relation is not working. वो law यहाँ पे गलत हो गया. Okay? क्यों गलत हो गया? Because we have changed the temperature. वो law यहाँ पे apply नहीं होगा. ऐसा नहीं है law गलत है. The law is not wrong, but it does not apply over here. Why it does not apply over here? Because this law will apply only if the temperatures will remain constant. If the temperature changes, you cannot apply that law, Ohm's law. If the temperature remaining constant, then you can apply that law. So यहाँ पे we have to put one condition to use Ohm's law, that the temperature should remain constant. That means when you speak Ohm's law completely, what you will say now, that current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference if temperature is constant. You have to always add these words. Without these words, Ohm's law will not be complete. Ohm's law को complete करने के लिए you have to put these words, because these words are important. These words are telling you that if the temperature changes, Ohm's law is not true. But if the temperature remains constant, then Ohm's law is true. Okay, so you have to take care of this thing. Right? Now, let us discuss for this thing something which is known as resistance. अभी बड़ा अजीब सी चीज़ है, इसको resistance क्यों बोला? Resistance means to oppose something, right? Okay, to oppose something. Alright, we oppose the Britishers, we oppose the policy of Britishers. So what we did a resistance to their policies. That was a resistance. Okay, so resistance means to stop something, to oppose something. Now why this is opposing, or what this resistance is opposing? If you take a look at the equation of R, okay, from here, see the equation of R. V is equals to IR is the equation. Okay, so what is R equal to? R will be equal to V divided by I. So which two things are inversely related to each other? Resistance and electric current. यानी अगर resistance ज़्यादा होगा, electric current will be less. अगर resistance will be less, then the electric current will be ज़्यादा. Okay? So this is the relation between current and resistance. So because this particular property, this particular number will oppose electric current, it is known as electrical resistance, or simply इसको अपन resistance भी बोल सकते हैं. Okay. Now let's move. Okay. So what is resistance? Resistance opposes electric current. Resistance opposes electric current. But how does it oppose electric current? It opposes electric current by collisions. Oh my God, which type of collisions? See, I have shown a conducting body in this diagram. This is the conducting body, cylindrical shaped, and electrons are moving from the right side towards the left side. Can you see in the diagram? Electrons are moving from right side towards the left side. So where will be the direction of current? You must be now knowing this, that current direction is always opposite to electrons direction. So if electrons are going from right to left, current must be going from left to right. So this is direction of current, this is the direction of electrons. When electrons are moving inside a conductor, their track is not easy. Electrons do not have eyes or nose or ears. Okay, so they cannot see. They move like a blind person which is moving inside a room. Okay, so if you don't give a stick to blind person, or electrons don't have stick also. Okay, so if you don't give the stick to that person, what will happen? He will collide with the walls, he will collide with the furniture. Same thing is happening to electrons. When electrons move inside a conductor, they will collide with one atom. From there, they will change their path and they will collide for the second time. Again, they will collide for the third time before finally they are coming out. So what happens in these collisions? The path of electron is opposed, and this opposition is known as what? It is known as resistance. Okay, this is how the resistance is working. It is opposing the path of electrons by collisions. Collision between which two things? Collisions between electrons and atoms. Okay. There is one more thing which is happening in these collisions. See, whenever collision takes place, if you start clapping your hands and you start clapping your hands very fast, what will happen? Your hands will get heated. Why they get heated? Because in every collision, energy, all types of energies are converted into heat energy. Clear? So when electrons are colliding with the atoms, their kinetic energy is converted into heat. Kinetic energy is converted into heat. So what happens? If you run an electric device for some time, say 1 hour, 2 hour kind of, then what will happen? The device, when you touch it, the device gets heated. You will feel the heat of that device. From where does the heat comes? Heat comes because of electrical resistance. In electrical resistance, electrons and atoms are combining. The kinetic energy of electrons is getting converted into heat, and then that heat heats the device also. Okay, this was about electrical resistance. Now let us see the mathematics of electrical resistance, the formula of resistance. Just a minute, use this page only. R is equals to V by I. Okay, now what is unit of V? The unit of V is volt, electric potential, the unit is volt. What is the unit of I? The unit of I is ampere, unit of electric current is ampere. So from here we can define the unit of resistance. See, it is this symbol, ऐसे करके बनाते हैं, and this symbol is known as ohm, O-H-M. Is Ohm's law, and the symbol is also ohm. So again, how to define 1 ohm? This is the SI unit of resistance. How to define 1 ohm? वही सब कुछ 1 1 1 कर देने का है ना. वोल्ट को 1 कर दो, एम्पियर को 1 कर दो, तो ये भी 1 हो जाएगा, because 1 upon 1 is always equal to 1. Now how to define it? If 1 volt of potential difference is applied, and the current through the conductor is 1 ampere, then the resistance of the conductor will be 1 ohm. Okay, this is how we define the SI unit of electrical resistance. Clear with this? I will be posting a few more videos